Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. Good morning. I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. Jason is still in Texas.
I feel so far away. I feel half a country away.
And I have been in a financial freedom summit all weekend. I've been learning how to trade cryptocurrency.
Oh, that's interesting.
And Forex. Do you even know what
Wow.
Forex markets are?
I know that I get a lot of people begging me to be in their Forex stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
I get a lot of
I was a
people
little
on Facebook
dumbfounded.
and LinkedIn. Yeah.
And I've been learning about commodities markets. Who knew? All sorts of fun stuff. Like, I feel like my brain is about ready to explode. And here's the crazy thing is that it is happening over in London. So I have been getting up at 4. It starts at 4 a.m. So I am an early riser. Don't get me wrong. But I've had to be ready to go by 4 a.m., which means I've been getting up at 3 a.m. And it's all of the speakers are from Italy. So it feels to me like even their analogies, they talk a lot about the pasta. And they have like this
The mozzarella meatball.
yeah, it's like they're constantly talking like this. And sometimes I feel like when they show their graphs and things, I feel like it's a computer talking.
You got a love of the trading.
and then they'll show different things and they'll say, now this is a smelly deal. It's almost as bad as a sneaker on your shoe. And I'm like, what are they even talking about? And I'm like, oh my gosh, my brain hurts from trying to decipher it all. And then sometimes they'll show their computer and they apologize. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry that this is in a different language. And because there's people from all over the world, all of the chat is in a different language. They've had to turn off the chat because nobody is speaking English. And
so it's not only in a different language because the financial trading in itself is its own language.
Yes.
But then has this dialect of Italian on top of it.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just get into layman's terms. If you don't know what Forex currencies are, it's like when you go to a different country and you're in the airport and you say, okay, I need to get whatever money that particular country uses, right? So you take your money and you go to, usually they have like a booth in the airport.
Foreign exchange rate.
The exchange rate.
Now it makes sense.
Well, there's people that make a lot of money on the Forex markets.
So like if I was going to, let's say, Europe,
yes,
and the American dollar could buy €2 right now, which it cannot, but it could buy €2 right now, and then next week I could sell €2 for $2. I would make that dollar.
Okay, yes. Now, here's what I found that is so intriguing about the Forex markets. Forex markets, okay, so normally a currency does not change that much unless something happens in the news.
Yes.
So that is where people who follow the news, if you're a person that likes to follow, oh my gosh, there's a war happening over in blah, 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 then you know that, okay, that's going to affect the currencies over in that area, or that's going to affect the currencies of these countries that may have an interest in that region or in the arms of that region. Like there's reasons why the currencies might drop or might go up, and you can make money either way. So you can learn to, there's different software programs, and especially now with AI, because of my AI class, I'm learning all of this and all of the different, there's actually an AI bot now that is finance only. And it's, NVIDIA, I think is the name of it. And so you can actually now set stop losses and you can set highs and lows, and you can have it trading while you're just at home having coffee. You know what I'm saying? Or doing a podcast. It can all be doing this for you. And it can be checking the news. And it can be like literally, it's like almost making money while you sleep. You know, I used to have a boss and he used to have a horse. And he would say, Jana, whatever you do, never buy something that eats while you sleep, because you're just spending money while you sleep. Well, this is the opposite. You're literally making money while you sleep. And you're like with the Forex markets, they're open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, yes, they would have to be.
All over the world. I think they're closed on the weekends. However, then on the weekends is when you move over to the cryptocurrencies. And I learned something about cryptocurrencies where, you know, so many people think that cryptocurrency, they're like, oh yeah, well, I didn't get in back in 2019 and 2020 and 2021. That's when cryptocurrency took the big hike. And so I missed out on my opportunity. No. I learned some strategies this weekend of where people are making 5,000% on their money by simply knowing the average of, it's like
what the turns are.
Yeah, the exponential moving average, the EMA of what cryptocurrency, of what Bitcoin or Ethereum, of what those two are doing. And they simply just have an average line of what it's normally doing. And if the average is above this line, then you buy. When the average is below this line, then you sell. And it's simply that easy. And I'm like,
and it always works 100% of the time.
It does not work 100% of the time. It does not work. Here's the thing, though. There's rules, and you can minimize the risk. You minimize your risk. And that is what the secret is to not get emotional about it. Is to not let your emotions take over and to set rules. You set rules.
Is greed an emotion?
Yes, greed is an emotion. And here's the thing. I mean, you go to Vegas. I mean, they kept using Vegas as the analogy. And this makes sense, right? Because people go to Vegas and what do? They start winning, and then they start thinking, oh yeah. And then
I can't lose.
Right? They start playing a little looser. And then they start having a few drinks, and it starts becoming personal. Well, the minute it starts becoming personal, they can't walk away. It's like if they could walk away once they start getting into that vortex and just be grateful that they had that awesome experience and say, okay, I'm going to walk away as a winner. But no. People are like, I need more and more and more and more. And then it becomes personal, and then they lose. And then they're like, I can't leave. And then it becomes really personal, right?
Yeah. Well, I was up 150%. I got to get back at least to there.
Yes. And here's the thing is that the reason they kept using the casinos and Vegas as an example is that the casinos always have the advantage. They always have the advantage.
The way the games are set up.
And that is what they taught us this weekend, is that you're not always going to win and you're not always going to lose. However, you can set it up so that the advantage is in your favor. And when you look at it like that, it's kind of like living lucky. It's changing your mindset so that you know that the universe is always working in your favor, right?
Yeah, when you have the right framework, then things do work in your favor. And that's just we've learned that time and time again, that when you do have the right framework, and when you've learned the right framework, things will work in your favor. But you do have to stay within that framework, because as soon as you start operating outside the lines, you might have your wins, but you can fall off the mountain, and we've experienced that.
Yeah, so it's right. But as long as you know, okay, whoa, I can get outside my comfort zone, but as long as I surround myself with people who are going to be uplifting, and as long as I know that no matter what happens, I'm going to be able to handle this, and I'm going to look at this as a learning experience and know that I'm going to be able to handle it, and the questions that I ask myself. And I mean, there's little foundational things that you can teach yourself along the way. Have gratitude. I mean, we've learned all of this, right?
Yeah.
It's the same way with trading. It is the same way with trading.
I love that.
No matter what
been
happens,
there through the whole thing with you.
Oh, it was so great. It was so great. And I feel like I've learned so much.
So we're going to be teaching each other when I get back.
Oh my gosh, we have so much to learn. And it's exciting. I've also learned that I love learning. I love learning.
Well, that's in our value system, continuous learning.
I mean, it is just something that really lights me up. And when I start figuring out things that I'm like, oh, I never knew that starts making me even want to know more. So yeah, for me, it was really, really fun. And I made some new friends from all over the world, even from Italy. So I have places to stay and places to go, people to visit, no matter where I go.
That's amore.
Yes. Go have some pasta.
Go have some gelato.
Stay away from those smelly sneakers.
It's right around the corner from the Amalfi Coast and from Santorini.
Yes. So who knows? I may be a millionaire before you even get home, Jason. Well, thanks for joining us. The more I learn, the more I will share. Have a great day. And remember, it's all about the mindset.
That's right. Keep living lucky.
Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.